of you who've stayed close to me, I really appreciate it, because I haven't been that good a friend, because this campaign is, again, the hardest, best thing I've ever done, and it turns out it requires a lot of focus to unseat a 6-term congressman. So I just want to outline some of the things you have all been talking about, and everybody has a role in this. Some of you have given your treasure, some of you have given your time, some of you have worn out your shoes, knocking doors for me, thousands of doors. Last I heard, we had knocked more doors than any campaign in the entire state, so thank you for that. And I'm not going to start talking about specific campaign people, because everybody here has done such extraordinary things, so there is that. But, you know, we've talked about things. I do have to say, Delane, you were my first union. All right, there is that. Anyway, thank you. Thanks for leading the way, brother. But some of the things we've been talking about this past year, protecting Social Security. Now, I'm up against an opponent, this is another stark difference, who wants to cut Social Security. Promised it would be there, and he wants to raise the age for eligibility to 69. Yeah, why? Great question. Whoever said why? Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. There is that. There is, you know, a woman's right to determine what happens to her body, and maybe Scott Perry should not be involved. Term limits. I say 12 years. He's already served 12. Let's limit him. And I will be happy to limit my own. He did promise that he would only serve 6 years, and then, you know, got a little comfortable and thought it was nice. And yeah, good to see you, Fred. Anyway, so these are the things we've been talking about. But I will say also, this campaign has never really been about me. I appreciate your support, but it's been about all of you. For the past 38 years as a journalist, I've been listening to your concerns and your issues and shining a bright light on them. And now I sure hope we get the opportunity to take those voices to the halls of Congress and make sure they are heard there. But today, as we were making the rounds and hitting as many polling places as we could, we were in a diner in Hamden. It was the Hamden Diner in Cumberland County. Really good food, by the way. You should stop by. The owner was really kind to us as well. But a woman came up with tears in her eyes, among the many who came up to our table. And she hugged me and she said, "Janelle, I know that you'll protect my granddaughter. I have stage 4 cancer. I'm not going to be here to be able to do it. And I just want you to know that whenever this campaign gets hard for me or you and the things you've done, and people really put their lives on hold to help. I mean, one of my neighbors, for God's sake, Judith, we've got a great neighbor contingent over here. You know, she has worked tirelessly every day. She's been a lifelong librarian and involved in public education. She's, yeah, right? May I remind you, Scott Perry wants to burn the education department down. And again, does not offer anything in its place, so no solutions. Yeah, right, thank you. But just an example of somebody who has worked tirelessly to make that happen. But when we see these things, I met somebody at the East Pennsboro pumpkin thing a couple weeks ago. Tall, good-looking guy, a little bit scraggly hair. He looked like he'd been through it. And he came up to me, introduced himself, and said he was a veteran who'd served 3 tours of duty in Iraq. And he just kind of looked at me. His eyes were a little bit distant. And I said, "Are you okay?" And he just looked at me, and he said, "Nobody ever asks me that." And he started crying. This guy who served for all of us in Iraq 3 times. And it's just a reminder of why you all have worked so hard and given so much money, because sadly at this point in our political game, that's part of what it takes as well. But you've all done that work. You've given me so much, and I am so grateful. I will say, I'm sorry that we don't know the final vote count right now. And by about midnight, I'm going to start singing Closing Time, and nobody wants to hear that. The idea is to attract voters, not repel them. Anyway, so please eat. Eat, eat, drink, and make merry, and I hope you've had as good a time this year as I have. I am so extraordinarily grateful, and I'm going to come down and thank all of you personally, but we may not have full answers tonight. There's only one election denier in this race, and it's not me, so I prefer that we count all the votes before we... Another novel concept, I know, but let's do democracy right, and let's make politics fun again. I am so excited to work with all of you, so let's roll, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you.